These are all of my glue ups here, and there's a few more there. And then right over here on the ground, I've got 2 that need to come out of clamps left from last night. And then I've got 1, 2, and that's all that I've got left to glue up, and all of the 2 glue ups will be finished. I came out last night after work. I did not have a lot of time, so I didn't film. I just worked, and I glued those up. And the other thing that I did is, if you take a look at this, you notice the stock. All the stock was cut to length. I went ahead and ripped everything to width, whatever width it happened to need to be. And I have got these 2 stacks here, which are going to need the excess material removed from them. And as soon as I'm going to first off do the last 2 glue ups there, and then I'll come over here and start ripping or start cutting this excess out of here. And by the time that's done, and of course dinner's going to be in there somewhere, those will be dry. I'll recover my clamps, and then you can see these thinner boards down here, or less width boards. I split some of these in half because these are 5 3/4, and they need to be 7 1/4 for the big arms. You know, you want that big arm that you can set a plate on or a drink on your Adirondack chair. So I'm going to joint those smaller boards to these. I've got 12 of those to do, so I'll start doing some jointing tonight, and then once they're jointed up, I don't think I'll start doing any routing tonight, but I probably will get the router in position so that it is ready to use, because you know, all these boards need to be jointed. Some just need to be rounded over. Some need to be shaped if they have a pattern, like these need to be shaped, those need to be shaped, those will need to be shaped, and the arms will need to be shaped. But that's what I'm going to work on tonight. So I'll let you know how far I get, but probably won't do a lot of updates because I really want to be like head down and charging forward and just making as much happen as possible. All of my chaos blanks are now finished. They're all glued up into 2s. I just need to start jointing one side of each set so that I can glue them into 4s, and so on and so on. They're all stacked right there. Over here, I've got 2 arms down here on the floor. I'll tell you about those in a minute. And I've got 1 arm here. When I did the last couple of chaos blanks gluing up, I had enough clamps to do 1 arm, so I went ahead and did one. These 2 arms over here should be out of clamps, but I just put them back in clamps because the wood, when I cut this wood, I guess it relieved a lot of stress and it sort of cupped a little bit, and I didn't realize it, but there was a little gap in the middle, and I clamped it together. Well, when I took them out of clamps 30-35 minutes after I put them into clamps, they spread apart. So I went ahead and ran them through the saw, cut them, and jointed those edges again. And then I found that there was a tiny bit of a cup, so I used my old Stanley planer here, cleaned them up, made them nice and square. I could have used a jointer, but it would have made a heck of a mess. That's why you see the curls on the floor. That's not going to be hard to clean those up. And I re-glued them, so they're going to set till tomorrow. I'll get up tomorrow morning. I'll try to do a set in the morning, and then I got to get to work. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow, and then maybe tomorrow night I can come out to the shop and do another set. So that'll be 4 more, which, how many total are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. So if I could do a set tomorrow and a set Thursday, I'll have those glued up. And I would really, you can see I got these just roughed out. I got the waist cut off. I would really like to get those roughed out before I start doing anything else. And the main reason why is because I don't want to drag the router out and set it up with a spiral bit and, you know, work on these and then turn around and swap the bit out and put on a roundover bit and start rounding stuff over and then finish up the arms and have to break out the spiral bit again. Because, you know, it's easier once you set it up to do it all, and then everything is done the same way. It's the same height, and it's ready to go. So these may get put on hold a little bit while I finish these arms, and I may spend my time doing glue ups here and getting these going while I'm also doing glue ups on the arms. Sorry about all the moving around. I know some of you guys say I make you dizzy, but a lot to talk about tonight. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great evening. I'm calling it quits. I'll be back out tomorrow to get a couple more arms glued up.